if you can sit behind a computer screen and tippity-tap away about how you're anti-gun, anti-weapon, and then say things on your little computer, on your little Twitter account, and say, oh, I'm sad he missed. I wish Donald J. Trump died. You are spineless, inconsistent, hypocritical. But can I just say, she wouldn't have missed. Just say like, what's up, y'all? I'm Brynna, and I'm Rachel. We go. Hey. That's where the brain rot started. That was page 0.
Why are there tears welling up in my eyes?
No, literally. Oh god. Slay.
So, anyways.
Okay. Queen.
Let's go. I've not watched that movie in a long time.
I know, it's been a minute.
Well.
What's up, guys? First episode, so huge.
Woo!
So huge, so exciting. I'm Brynna.
I'm Rachel.
Hey. Well, just to let you guys get to know us a little bit, me and Rachel met at work.
Woo!
We don't even for real be hanging out like that. Nope. Which I thought was perfect for a podcast because we would actually still have stuff to talk about.
This is probably maybe the second or third time we've ever hung out.
Yeah, like outside of our jobs. But at work, if we see each other in the break room, we're Zooming.
Exactly.
We're Zooming to hang out and we're talking the whole time. People around us hate us. We're the yappers of our workplace.
The best part here is because there's so much separate time.
Yes.
There's so many good things to discuss when we're together.
Yeah, we can come together, tell our own individual stories, give our own little points of view.
And luckily, we are together.
Yes. We are married, actually. No.
So this is the announcement.
Yep.
In podcast.
RSVP down below.
Anyways, well, I guess jumping right into it.
Yes. Rachel had some ideas written down, which I was so glad she did because I was asking around work today, being like, what should me and Rachel talk about? Nobody had good answers. Sorry.
These things throughout the week.
Good.
I was like, this would be something funny to talk about with Brynna.
Please.
Because sometimes there really is nobody else that understands this. And I actually do. Brynna comes up in my mind very often when I think about these things. I'm like, Brynna would understand this. She really would understand this.
Almost every post I see about, like, anything I was obsessed with in the past, like One Direction or 5 Seconds of Summer, or, like, books and stuff. Yes, good. I'm like, God, only Rachel would understand.
And so here we are now. So I guess for lack of better words, once again, let's get started.
Yes.
Number 1 on my list, this was way back in the beginning of the week, and this is always constantly on my mind, and I have to bring it up. I bring it up a lot to people because, and then I also have to show proof.
Yeah.
Would be TikTok edit.
Yes!
And not just like a TikTok edit. I'm talking like, you can tell these people have spent hours.
Yeah, they got on their computer to do it. Like, not only
edits.
Yes.
And understand these characters that they're making these edits for so crazily and deeply. And it's like moving almost.
Yeah.
Like, I've had TikTok edits bring me to tears.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. I'm not even part of that. Like, I don't know who they are.
Actually,
I don't know.
Seriously. Yeah. Like, it could just be something that, like, maybe I like a little bit. Mm-hmm. I've seen some. I am not a big Star Wars fan, but there are lots of Star Wars edits where I'm like, this could
really get me into it. Yes.
This really could bring me
Yes. That's what I think back in the day with One Direction, that's what kept me in it. Because they were not coming out with stuff daily.
Though, actually, I have to always keep this in the vault, but I do have a spam account. A Fensta. Back when I was in 8th grade, Back when I started my spam account, it was called a spam account. This was 8th grade.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm jumping topics here, but this
it.
really does tie in these edits because you're so right about this.
Yeah.
I was in 8th grade when I started this spam account, and I will credit myself
at your creative peak.
Truly. And
grade.
Also the person that started this whole Finsta thing.
Yeah.
At least in my small town, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I started this spam account. As the years went along, they changed, like, the name changed to Finsta, and I was like, okay, whatever. But if you scroll back, once again, this will stay in the vault, but this account has it, like, up to 4,000 posts on it.
Slay.
And way at the bottom, in the depths, way down.
It's refreshing.
Are all of my favorite One Direction edits that I would just force my followers to watch.
Like your cousins.
Look at my cousin. My, like, my little, like, I maybe had 3 friends that liked One Direction when I was in middle school. So, like, they were on there, and this was also, like, starting Twitter as well.
Yeah.
And Twitter...
I was terrified of Twitter. I knew, like, you could post anything.
Yeah.
I at least had the sanctuary of Instagram.
Well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's truly where my edit, like, obsession, like, stems, is from One Direction.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'll tell you where my edit started, with One Direction especially, Vine.
Yes! Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you'd repost them onto Instagram, and I'm so glad I did, because now they're there forever.
I literally could talk about Vine for so long.
We'll have to do that.
We will. Because just actually the way it's influenced so much of social media today is actually insane.
We still quote it
which I know
daily.
people talk about that all the time. But
yeah.
really, and seriously, we do quote it all the time.
Yeah.
And like the whole like edit thing does really come from like the stop and go sort of thing. That's a good point.
Yeah, the quick, yeah. Like
Harry
little
Styles
6 seconds. Like, I remember when it first started, YouTube was like where you would post edits. People would post edits of their people they read books about, and they would be like 3 minutes long. Mm-hmm. About halfway through, you'd start being like, all right. Okay. It was cool, now it's not. Vine is where it started being like, say it and go.
Yeah.
Show an ab,
Those of us with
show a dimple, go. Yeah. That's where we flourished. And that's where the brain rot started. That was patient 0.
And it's truly only got worse from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is where my edit obsession, I would have to, like, probably tie it all the way back to that.
Wow.
Even making some of them
for myself.
Doesn't
it feel so long ago, too?
Yeah.
It was like probably,
Me and my friends used to make, like,
yeah,
all kinds of videos. And I'm pretty sure, I guess, if I really were to look back, I probably made some edits of myself, like, of One Direction.
Yeah.
Myself.
I didn't know how to make edits, but I did know how to make, like, imagines. Because that was just easy. I would go to, like, pick collage, type some words.
The imagines.
Yeah.
Anytime that format comes up on, like, Twitter where someone's like, well, who do you think gave you that idea?
Yes! That used to have me crying.
And I'm like, some of you do not know what this is from.
Yeah.
You don't.
Nope.
You actually do not know. I remember reading this when it was posted.
Yeah. I, like, actually crying when it was like, who do you think gave you the kidney? Or whatever. Literally. Actually crying and being like, Harry, I can't believe you did that. Like, I just put myself in there. And I would, like, after I read it, this is so embarrassing. I read it, I would act it out, like, in my head. But not in my head only.
I'm gonna jump more into One Direction.
Yes, please, yes.
I think we
have that.
I never saw them in concert. Which, to this day, is devastating, obviously. And
For the reunion tour, we're gonna get you there.
Oh, if they...
She in a pit.
I don't actually know if I would live to, like, make it to see them.
Yeah.
Truly, when I say, like, I was obsessed with One Direction, it was 10 times worse for the fact that I never did see them.
Yeah.
The closest I ever got to seeing them, they had, like, when they released their last album, they had, like, listening parties around, like, theaters. And my friend begged our parents to go to this. It was only $25, but they were like, what? And I'm like,
girl, you can spend the $300,
I was like,
you
don't get it.
Yeah.
And I, like, sometimes, this is so funny, like, we'll look for the footage, like, behind the scenes from this, like, listening party, because they never released it or anything. But I remember sitting in this theater next to these girls. I followed them on Instagram for years and years and years after. I probably still do follow them. But, like, we were, like,
shout out,
gripping hands.
Yes!
That literally
love y'all.
We were literally, like, sobbing. I have photos of me, like, mascara running down my... From a listening party. And, well, like, during... What was... If I Could Fly. Do you remember that song?
Yeah. Do I remember that? I become a... But, yeah.
Song. Well, there was, like, parts of it that they played, like, old videos of them.
Lord, it scared me. Sorry. Oh. Wish I wouldn't do that.
Played, like, old, like, videos.
Yeah, that'd be enough for me. That
we
would be enough for me.
We were obviously already sobbing. And then, if you were a Larry at this time... Yeah. Everybody sit down. Sit down.
I don't want to hear it.
Please. If you were a Larry at that time, why are there tears welling up in my eyes?
No, literally. God, those were the edits too. No. Crazy ones like
they still, to this day, Larry edits come up on my TikTok.
People still trying to figure it out.
And you know who watches them? Me.
It's probably... liked by people you follow, and it's us to each other.
Listen, in no way whatsoever, of course, would never want to project that on someone, but
I will.
You guys made that shit easy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Like, still to this day, they are doing shit. Like,
no, yeah.
Harry's writing songs about how you even visited me and whatever. Like, I don't know. I could probably pull up the Twitter thread because it's in my favorites.
Like, a whole episode itself is Larry.
Yeah. And I don't know who would... We'd have to bring on somebody good.
Oh, yeah.
For that one.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to think, because I guarantee you, I could, yeah.
Yeah.
I've talked to some people about
we could get
this,
the PowerPoint up of them.
The pointer.
Yeah.
And this I remember, though, in that theater, during If I Could Fly, there was this one clip. Oh, gosh. I wish I could remember specifically and find it specifically, the clip of them, too.
If you say it, like, I bet I could find it when I'm editing. It's probably in my save folder. Like,
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I would have to. It would probably take me forever to remember. But there was one specific clip of them they threw into this like little montage, like sad,
black and white. Yeah,
it was black and
white.
white.
It has to be.
And I literally have never experienced like the euphoria I experienced in that theater when that clip came on that screen. Never in my life. And like,
did you feel seen? Like,
no, because it was like. Everyone was out of their seats. It was like seeing Jesus. You were like what? They're acknowledging this. Like, I cannot believe it. And this is like, we're gearing up to the time where like they're about to end it.
Yeah,
like,
and you can tell. You could tell in the last couple.
Hugging on stage.
No. Yeah.
If you go back on my Instagram, you'll find the selfie. There was like a trend on Twitter that was like selfies for like the last day of Otra or something like that.
Oh god.
It's still on my Instagram.
Otra just gave me whiplash too.
No, right? Then I almost said like Midtown or whatever.
Yeah. You said no, actually.
So let me. Really not.
I like, speaking of just the last days, that like I did see them in concert quite a bit. My Nana hooked us up. Love you, Nana. Love you, Lily.
Nana.
Yeah, thanks, Nana. She hooked us up quite a bit. And we, like, I've gone to 2 Harry concerts, too, just to be like, we gotta keep the tradition going. But, like, I'm an adult now, so I have to pay for those.
Yeah.
Womp womp. But for One Direction, those were, like, our Christmas gifts. Like, I have pictures of my cousins, my other cousins opening all these gifts.
About it.
No, just, like, my other cousins opening all these gifts, and then me and my cousin Lily and Hannah having an envelope for Christmas. And we'd look at each other like,
no
way! And we knew what it was every time, and we'd have to be like,
that's so fun.
And we would go to these concerts, so fun. What was I getting at? Almost every concert we went to, I think, actually not even almost every concert we went to, Zayn would be sick. And luckily, I was a Louis girl. My cousin Hannah was a Harry girl, and my other cousin Lily was a Liam girl. So luckily, like, none of us were, like, on our knees about it. Yeah. But it did suck not seeing all the guys together, and it was kind of like, when he was the one that announced that he was leaving first, it was not a shock. Because we were like, yeah, he hated that job.
Yeah.
Like, every concert we went to, he was sick in the back. Like, he really could have been sick. They were working them to the bone. But it was like, Zayn wouldn't be there. No. So we kind of saw that.
Do you remember that, like, one interview they had where they were, like, standing up against, like, the white walls, and, like, Harry was, like, pissed, and, like, Zayn was upset?
No.
Oh, man, I'd have to, like, find it. And, like,
I'm sure, it was probably most of them, really. They were the two that were like, I am not fucking with this.
Interview right before he, like, announced or whatever. I remember that, like, going by or whatever, and just being like,
Yeah, and then everybody started pulling up clips that were like, he's been thinking this for years, Well, if I remember correctly, I very well could be wrong. If I remember correctly, he announced that he was leaving on March 26th. Guess whose birthday is March 26th?
No.
Yeah, I went to school all dressed up. Open my phone when I get in first period. Boom. Like, I'm walking in, and people are like, half the people are wishing me happy birthday, half the people are touching my shoulder and being like, you're gonna get through this. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm like, what? And found out really quickly what was going on.
I forgot about that. Like, people actually knowing me as the girl,
as the One Direction girl.
One Direction.
Literally,
I forgot about that.
It was me, and nobody would date me. Nobody would do anything with me because I was crazy.
No, forget about that. Like, actually, no.
Nobody would hang out with me except for my cousins. Like, me and my cousins were the ones. Like, you know, you got that group of cousins.
But truly, like, if you don't get it, you really don't get it. Like,
I'm just so lucky that me and my 3 other cousins got it.
Fan culture.
Completely.
Fan culture is on the list here, too.
I'm just so lucky that me and my cousins got it. Like, all of us just got it.
I, as of late, got a new perspective on this, and it's from the sport world, actually.
Okay.
Really funny. Actually, 2 stories about this. One, you know Anthony.
Yes.
Anthony's a
Pookie.
huge...
We gotta get him on.
Well, Anthony loves soccer.
Yes.
Or, in all the rest of the world, known as football.
Football, yes. Specifically...
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi, yeah, exactly. He
Lionel Messi.
Messi.
Lionel Nasty, that's what I call him.
I'm from Georgia, please.
Please.
Anyways, loves Messi, and I played soccer for one game.
There you go.
One game, and I said, this not for me.
More game than I played.
And I respect the sport. I was a manager in high school, loved it. I think it's really cool to watch, but had no idea how much people love the game of soccer around the world. Had no idea, truly, until I actually got to know Anthony, and he's like, no, I love this guy, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, when it's
Who's
not like
that?
when it's not like a little baby girl on stage.
I'm like they can't see it.
Yeah. Do they kiss each other or what goes on?
Do you guys have is there a ship
yeah
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Is there a thing there? Those are the only 2 soccer players I know.
What do we call it?
Nessie. Anyway, I bet if you went on Archive of Your Own and you looked that up, I bet there's shit out there.
Easily.
Bet. Anyways, that was crazy.
I bet it goes
okay.
sorry, Lion the Witch of the Wardrobe, Lionel Messi. That's the...
Literally. Lion. Now that could be an episode.
There you go.
I love that movie. Anyways, I was like, okay, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I remember when Atlanta United, the soccer team in Georgia, obviously, they, started, what's the verbiage there? I don't know.
Sure.
They started playing soccer. Go Atlanta United.
The season began.
I remember everyone being super lit about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Didn't we have this the whole time?
Yeah.
I don't really
it was
know.
just here, and now it's also still here.
And so I remember everyone being really excited about that. I didn't know why. I never went to a game. Now, I wish I did.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I did. Because they were pretty good. And now they're
mid.
Don't quote me on this. They're meh. I don't know.
I'll say it mid.
Okay. What Brynna said.
I don't know anything. I don't know. Just a girl.
But it's just so cool to see. And then I kind of got into this myself with women's basketball.
Slay.
With Caitlin Clark and
yes.
Which has been very interesting because once again, kind of kept up with basketball.
Yeah.
Not really. I wouldn't really claim myself as a sports person.
Yeah.
But I'll watch it every now and again. But the best
really
thing
just takes
about
a woman
women's
being
basketball,
in it.
I was about to say, the best thing about women's basketball is it's fun to watch and they're all hot.
Yes.
So, actually.
Yeah, easy.
And so, this one, tying into one big circle, comes back to the TikTok edits. Because women's basketball, I watched one singular game. One game. Okay? And it was, I think, the college national championship.
Did your algorithm clock in?
Yeah. This was Iowa with Caitlin Clark's high school.
Yeah.
College team. I was like, wait, high school?
Wow.
High school, and she has a teammate named Kate Martin. Okay. We watched them and play. I don't even know who they played. Oh, South Carolina, I think. They lost. But anyways, after that, my TikTok, every other video is an edit of some basketball player, some women's basketball player.
And you're liking them. And you're going to the comments and saying baddie.
For the most part, favorite, literally put it into my favorites, repost. I'm like, this is so sick. You're right, though. It's better because
it's women. It's the collaboration of everything that's so cool. Women, slay.
Yeah.
Women that play basketball, double slay.
Yeah.
And then people that are making edits of women playing basketball are putting the baddest songs, the baddest transitions. I know they are so good.
Yeah.
I almost need to see them.
I am a lover of Kate Martin. Love, smash, love, blah, blah, blah. And somebody edited her to Lunch by Billie Eilish.
Yep, that's all.
I was like, hold on.
And it's also a little bit of
Delete
nostalgia.
TikTok. I never need this again. Holy cow, it was great.
It's also a little bit of nostalgia because, like, I don't know about you, but in high school, I went to the women's basketball games.
Yeah.
It was, like, my high school. So,
because nobody else
seeing them,
went.
like, slay. Yeah, no, literally. I was a photographer for the yearbook committee, and I was like, I gotta go. And then I went to one game, and I was like, they're playing better than the boys.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Like,
yeah.
I went to one game, and was like, why is everyone going to the boys' basketball games?
It's really very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Really very fun.
Super very.
Really it's fun to watch if you couldn't tell. I
don't know if it's because I'm a girl and I know that we have to like kind of hide our emotions most of the time. But when boys fight, like when like, you nudged me too hard and you made me drop the ball. I don't know. What happens in basketball? Ow, ow, you hurt me. When that happens, I'm like, shut up. But when girls are like, yo, back up, I'm like, oh shit.
No.
Like I think it's because we do have to push that down so much. So when they let it out, I'm like, they're pissed.
Yeah, it's almost fun to like watch them like utilize that too.
Yeah.
It also gives such a like, to me, even if it is anger they're letting out, I think such a positive like, just like
be angry.
not even just for kids, for everybody. You
Yeah.
know, like you are allowed to be passionate about things and like allowed to have like anger and stuff like that, and it's allowed to be portrayed even if you're just a woman. Yeah. If you're just a woman. So, anyways, I love women's national. WNBA. That's what it is.
Get it.
Really, and it's really fun to watch that have such a big blow up and then to immediately go into the Olympics. Yeah. Where now, for the first time ever, 50% of the Olympians in the Olympics are women.
Let's go.
So, which is pretty awesome.
You know what was also crazy? Last Olympics, wish I knew her name. The girl that was like the most popular Olympian TikToker.
Oh man,
she's got such a good jawline. It's crazy, and her eyes are really pretty. I don't know if that
Katie Ledecky, the swimmer.
Maybe I'd have to look her up, but
love Katie Ledecky.
If it's her, also slay. Like that's also like a whole social media's crazy.
So cool.
Yeah, like the Greeks did it, and now this girl's like, you know, like did you see the one of them, the gymnasts chewing to that like chewing audio? They were chewing the gold medals. I was like, God, what has happened? The Greeks would literally be like, what?
Just the fact that we can like watch. Like, behind the scenes of the Olympics.
So cool.
Is so weird.
Like, what are people thinking that used to do this?
Yeah, it is cool. I love the I love the Olympics. But my problem is how the fuck do you watch the Olympics?
Isn't it 24/7?
Yeah.
I saw
somebody, the first event was like, it's going to be at 2 p.m. I was 2 p.m.?
Yeah, I'm working.
I was like, what the? I got shit to do at 2 p.m.
Yeah. 2 p.m. The sun is up.
Do you watch Big Brother?
No. Oh, man. I just got into, for the first time ever, Love Island. This season of Love Island.
I think I'm convinced I'm going to watch it. Because
it's the first ever reality show I've ever watched. I've never watched anything.
I've never seen any episodes of Love Island.
It's good.
But my sister loves it. And she's like, you have to watch this season. Everything she reposts on TikTok. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Who are these people? I'm like, oh, Love Island.
Yeah. Another bombshell. No, I've been hearing from people that have watched in seasons in the past that this is the first, like, they said the reason this season itches so good, or like scratches so good, is because they put like normal people in it. Usually they pull the most problematic people they can, and they have them all catfight or whatever. But they were like, this is the first season where normal people were in it. So I thought I was going to watch and like cringe when people were like, I can't believe she did that. I'm watching the American season, so like, I can't believe she did that. But it's not. This season is like people walking up to each other and being like, that hurt my feelings, don't do that again. And I'm like, oh. Do I need to watch this with every man I've ever known? To show them how to like talk that through. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it. I think I'm convinced to do so. It seems good.
Yeah, there's a couple people they throw in that are problematic.
Yeah.
And then, like, they're problematic at first, but then they, like, come around on you, know. Mm-hmm. People you like at the beginning, you hate by the end. Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to talk about Big Brother. I just caught up yesterday. Mm-hmm. There's an episode tonight, so I have to go home after this, and I'm going to be watching Big Brother. I know. I said I got my schedule's stacked here. Yeah. I love Big Brother. Mm-hmm.
So, it's just people in a house?
Well, yeah, they're in a house. Did you ever read 1984 in high school? By George Orwell?
The one about the books?
That was Fahrenheit 451.
That's what I've read.
I love that book, too.
Me too.
But it's kind of like that. Kind of similar. Like the whole dystopian sort of thing.
Surveillance,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a character in the book called Big Brother. And like the whole thing is Big Brother's always watching you. Which is like... I think the reason...
You imagine putting a camera on yourself at all times while you're talking.
People in the house. Like, I could go on right now and watch like a live feed of them. Like, they're... watch the entire time.
And people sign up to do that.
I want to sign up to do
no,
it.
right?
So, like, that's, like, it's crazy because, like, these people have been exposed for so many things. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't know who these people are. They
Yeah.
pick them because they put in an application and they come on there. I mean, there's people that have been, like, kicked out for saying, like, slurs and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, they're gone, which is good that, like, they
Yeah,
do that.
good
But,
for
like, it's nuts to, like, have, obviously, 24/7 view of these people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But it is, of course, a social experiment.
Yeah.
They go in, I think it's 90 days. And each week, they they play, like, a competition to be the head of household, who has all the power for the week.
Oh.
They put two
So
people
they're
up.
weekly episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
There's actually 3 episodes a week, which is fun, because it's constant go, go, go.
That's the same with Love Island. I think that's the same schedule.
Mhm.
How are those editors doing that?
No, right?
They
Oh,
have
no.
people working longer than these people are being
That's how I always
surveillance.
felt.
Like, that's
That's
crazy.
always how it felt. I always thought about that about, like, Ellen and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys have an episode every day?
Yeah.
How do you
Somebody's-
do it?
Or, like, it has to be,
it's like their little job.
Like, it has to be like a NASA-style room
Yeah.
of people just editing 5-minute increments and then slicing them
Literally.
together. Oh, I couldn't do that.
So interesting. That's the same. My mom used to watch Days of Our Lives, like the soap opera.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do they have an episode every day?
Yeah. That's actually crazy.
Like,
Because
how?
that's actors having to learn.
Yeah.
Like, it's not reality. It's,
Yeah, like
that's
scripts and stuff.
truly crazy,
I'm-
yeah.
That was like an addiction for my mom.
That was her...
Hey, Mom, she'll
do you
never watch those.
If
But
we show her archive of our own, do you think?
Days of Our Lives. Fan fiction.
D-O-U-L.
And like, I used to watch it
Wait.
sometimes with her after school.
D-O-O-L.
And like,
Dual.
there were times I had to be like, so like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened in the last 24
yesterday?
hours?
Because I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And it's nuts. She was like, when she was watching, it was like season like 53.
And people are coming up with stuff like that every day for stuff to happen.
She's been like, well, I used to watch this with my great grandma. I said,
What?
I said, what? Hold on. Your great grandma.
Yeah.
She said,
TV.
said,
This shit started in black and white.
well, we used to watch wrestling, and then we watched.
That transition is what I need.
Okay,
I would
sorry.
need to go from Days of
Keep
Our
watching
Lives to
Days of Our
wrestling. Because I'd be so angry at the characters. I need to see some people bleed. Like,
My parents were older when they had us.
yeah.
So that was like, I don't know if it's like an older generation thing, but they really do keep up with these like shows. Like my mom loved watching, it was called The Waltons. It was about this family that I
Never
think
even
lived in
heard of
Appalachia, and it was like, it wasn't like a like the shows now, they're like, what is it, like the Deadliest Catch and all that. It wasn't like a documentary style thing. It was like genuinely like a family.
Brady Bunch style.
It was kind of like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. We watched that too.
My family liked that.
But MeTV was the channel that we watched all the time, which is literally just older like TV shows like Andy Griffith.
Yes,
and stuff
yes.
Like MASH.
Yep.
And so I never really watched TV as a kid. Like even like cartoons and stuff. Like when it like a lot of people episodes of Zoe 101, like all of that. Never really watched that because we were watching MeTV with my parents.
That's what. Yes, I share that. I didn't start watching like. This is so terrible. My mom wouldn't let me watch SpongeBob. She said it was like rotting my brain. Like I wasn't playing Minecraft Pocket Edition every night. Like whatever.
I was a goody, and we never were allowed to watch Teletubbies because my dad was like, this is just dumb.
This is
so
annoying.
going to school.
The Wiggles was where I got
I
to.
can't watch that.
Yeah, I would watch The Wiggles, and then I'd go in my grandma's basement because I spent a lot of time at my grandma's, and I would watch VHSs of the same like old Disney movies.
Yeah.
And my mom always thought it was really weird. I was really into Bambi and Dumbo, the like almost completely silent movies about animals, and like also the most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. My mom probably was like, "Dear God, my daughter's a freak." But
I was Finding Nemo. That was my movie that was always on replay.
Pixar was like
still to this day.
That style of animation was right when I was becoming conscious of life. My first movie in theaters was Monsters Inc.
Okay.
I was like a child. Like
I think mine
when
was
did that come
Finding Nemo.
in 2003?
I think around that time. Yeah.
I was not conscious. I don't remember the movie. I mean, I know it now, but my family calls me Boo because of that.
Stop. That's cute.
And then like you remind us of her, and I watched it back.
I credit for my love for the ocean because of Finding Nemo. Like seriously.
Yeah. It starts. Yeah. I love animals. So. And like I get for some reason I know now like looking back for some reason when I see an animal like in the wild my heart like sinks and I'm like I have to take you home, which is like I never would A lot of them are better out there than they are in here. But like my heart sinks, not because anything sad is happening. I just get like a gut wrenching. Now it makes sense.
Well, just knowing, I think,
because growing up I saw the saddest 2 animal stories.
Also, truly, like knowing that they like have lives of their own.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like have to survive themselves. It's like
whenever it rains really hard here, which is every day,
literally.
I think of the stray animals and I'm like, fuck. But like. Honestly, they probably like it. They're probably like, yes, it's so hot here. They're like, we live in Florida. Just everywhere
it's
right now.
Horrible.
But yeah.
I went home to Georgia, which is where I'm from. I think I mentioned that multiple times.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
When I love being from Georgia. Yes. It's just a beautiful state.
She's a little Georgia peach.
I am. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I went up there for just a couple days. And my family complains all the time. Not complains, but like the same thing we do where it's like, oh, it's so hot. Yeah. And like, da-da-da. I went up there and I said,
this is not hot. This is not hot.
I said, you actually don't know. You don't know.
And you'll never know.
You really don't.
Well, hopefully you never know.
Because I'm tearing up again. I'm literally like, I could not believe. I said, what? It's summer. I said, hell yeah. This is summer right here. Yeah. I said, I'm going to go outside.
In hell
I'm going to go freaking like make a lemonade stand. Like literally catch like I literally felt, I was like, wow, this is summer.
Yeah, it gets a little cold at night. Yeah.
Literally.
That's how Missouri is. Yeah. I always say you feel all 4 seasons in one day in Missouri. Mm-hmm. Like you wake up in the morning, it's a little cold, kind of feels like fall. Through the day, it gets it gets really, really hot. Summer.
Is Missouri in Tornado Alley?
I think so.
Okay.
I just don't know. We got them like crazy. I'm from Southeast Missouri, so even if it's like Tennessee, Oklahoma, kind of those, or not Oklahoma, Kentucky, like those areas, even if that is, we would get like the...
Yeah, I think you are right there. The little... twisters. Yeah. Speaking of...
Yes! Wait, we have to get into that too.
Woo!
But... we would get like all 4 seasons in one day. By the nighttime, it was like winter. Mm-hmm. I had to learn when I moved to Florida. I had to learn that you do not need to carry a jacket around with you. In fact, you will be torturing yourself if you carry.
The fact I like came here and this is
crazy.
Truly crazy.
I always have this. Like if you guys see me in public, you will see me always in this gray sweatshirt that I do sometimes. Like if I go see movies a lot at the Disney.
Oh yeah.
At the AMC.
At the local AMC theaters.
I go to the AMC theaters a lot. I'm an AMC A-lister, and I use all 3 movies of mine a week. I go there all the time, and it is always so cold.
I need to do that
Have you seen when you open it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anyone else open the doors and like the steam from the... Yeah, it's so bad, and I get so cold, so I wear a jacket with me, but my walk-in, just carrying that jacket is like... I'll lift it up, and just my forearm is sweating. I'm like, what?
Literally.
So, yeah, it's bad.
I've had... that lately at work. We can talk about the work. We can talk about the work. I said,
work, break room.
That's funny.
Outside. We work outside. We can say that much.
We do work outside. Woof. We do more than work outside. I'm telling you. My knees. Mm-hmm. Literally.
I didn't know my knees could sweat.
I said,
I didn't know my knees could sweat.
I was like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Yeah. Seriously. Truly. Get me out of here. Yeah. But it's pretty rough.
I'd like to leave.
Yeah, my sister came down and visited, and her and my best friend did. And they said they went out for a walk. And I said, oh, like, where'd you go? And they said, down the block. We came back.
Yeah.
They said, it's too much.
I
said, oh.
I called my mom today. I was like, it is so hot. And she said, yeah, it's pretty hot here, too. And I was like, I tried not to be like, I said, no.
Take that back. Take that back.
My hometown is... like where a swamp used to be. So I have been used to this humidity for a while, but it just like, especially where we work, it is so hot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bad. My theory for this, sorry, it made me think of something else when I said that. Yeah. Well, not theory. It is fully proven.
Yeah. True. There's no trees. There's not a lot of trees in Florida.
Yeah.
Of course
the ones that are like palm trees. Yeah. 6 leaves.
That's
max,
about it. So not a lot of shade, and that's the thing about Georgia. Lots of shade, lots of trees. Whenever I like fly home, I'm out the window, like my hand on the trees.
Well, I guess
I'm like,
there's not a lot of trees where we are. Fully, there are the Everglades. There's a lot of concrete where we are.
Very developed. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of trees.
No.
and I miss them every day.
Yeah.
I just came across a TikTok. I am a TikTok girl. I will admit it.
I haven't been on TikTok when I check my TikTok, I have 40 messages from Travis. I have 39 messages from Matt. I like, and I'll be like, oops, I go off for 2 days. Yeah.
I like TikTok, obviously, because it's funny, but I really do genuinely learn a lot on TikTok, too.
Whenever I do get on TikTok, I stay on, and I'm learning something. I'm investing in a new hobby, just because somebody was like, I do this for fun. Yeah. I
came across a page of this guy that just talking about trees. And I said...
So those are the people I follow.
Yes!
Yeah.
I said, yes! And so I, like, went on this page, and it's like, he only has, like, 20 videos so
But that's all you need.
Said, perfect.
That's the perfect.
I caught him at his beginning. Like,
yes! And when people are, when the edits are made later, of him being like...
No, literally! And he explains, like, the makeup of a leaf, and, like, what this is called, like, a petiola is the stem. And it was so interesting, and I highly recommend...
You gotta get his name.
Yeah, I actually should look this up. Because it was very interesting. I almost put it on my list, too, because I was like, are we going to talk about leaves right now?
Yes!
Because I'll
talk about leaves. I was just about to say, speaking of trees...
I love leaves.
I am a plant mother.
Me too! Oh, I'm not a mother, but I love plants.
I'm a plant mother.
See back
I'll say, here, we've got...
Yeah!
This is a coffee plant. Her name is Mia Espresso.
Here he is. Okay.
Like a drag queen name, Mia Espresso. And I grew her from...
Cute!
I grew her from a seed. She's thick as fuck, too. She grows so much every day.
I love plants.
I was like, oh shit, am I going to get to, like, brew my own coffee? That'll be so fun. And after I grew it this big, I realized you need, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of coffee leaves to make 1 cup. So I was like, no, I will not be.
When I'm at work, I am always petting a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
I just genuinely do love plants.
There's those ones that, like, when they're young, they have fuzzies. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
Like, they feel like you're actually petting, like, crushed velvet. I don't remember what this is. It's variegated. Not only am I a plant mom, I'm, like, obsessed with collecting rare ones. Oh. And, like, if they're variegated, that means they have, like, normally this would be just a green leaf. This normal leaf is just green. But this has white variegation.
That's sick.
And, like, the more speckled it is, the better variegation.
Wow.
So, yeah. And, like, they're cool because you buy them for cheap. And then when they grow big, you can sell cuttings. And those are expensive, too.
Yeah, somebody at work just, like, sold...
I saw that. Yeah. Those were variegated, so...
Well, it would be I learned from my guy, a palmated leaf.
Yes, there you go. What does that mean? So that means, like, what?
It's just kind of, like, the little, like, veins and stuff that come all to one point at the center. It looks like a bomb. Huh.
Okay. I don't know where the footage stopped. We were talking about plants. I talked about how this was a coffee bean.
Talked about some trees,
and her name is Mia Espresso. Like a drag queen. Anyways, this is my... Look, and she's still eating that bitch.
That's cool.
This is a Venus flytrap, and she's shaking. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, I think. But she slayed.
Well, I guess the tree guy on TikTok, he talks about trees. Caught him at a perfect time because he had just begun posting his videos about trees. And his name is Levi O'Brien _trees.
And look, he just looks like, that's exactly how I pictured him to look like.
Yeah, right?
Mountain man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And, like, these videos made me laugh so hard because he's, like, holding this empty cup for, like, this whole video. Talking about trees. I don't know. Don't know.
And he's like...
I love him. I said Levi, big fan.
Yeah,
but I learned a lot about leaves this morning. Pretty cool. Do highly recommend checking out Levi.
Yeah, Levi. He should lean into that.
No, actually.
Levi the leaf guy. Hello? Levi the leaf guy. He's wasting his time. He needs us in there.
We're DM him. Hey, just like...
Hey, Levi. Sign us onto your team. I know enough.
We're actually big...
Variegated plants are rare, and they're cool.
They're very cool.
And you know that your plant is going to be plant-bound, or pot-bound, like, which means it's too small for its pot if, like, you have roots coming out, and look, I have a little baby coming out. So that means she's slaying.
Yay! She is slaying. This is actually a very good segue. That's the word I'm thinking of. Into another point that I have on here. And it is about... I'm going to butcher this word because literally 40 people have told me how to tell it or say it and I can't do it. I think it's leucistic alligator. Okay? Let me get rid of my gum.
Who is that?
The trash.
You can go around here. Okay. That's where my toilet is. We're fully in my bedroom.
Sorry. I'm gonna start again. Anyways, it's called a leucocystic alligator. Okay? I might have to do some Googling so I can, like, properly explain this. So there is, albinism, so albino alligators.
Yes.
And which is a complete loss of color. Yeah. And so, I think the explanation is they lose, like, the pigment, so you can actually see, like, the blood vessels in their eyes. Yeah. So they have pink eyes. Because they're so, Yeah, but leucocystic is a partial loss of color.
This is probably very similar, because there's, like, variegated plants, and then there's completely white ones, and that's not good either. So, like, it's, I mean, not saying that.
Well, no, you know, it isn't good because they can't survive in the wild. They have no camouflage.
Or, like, you'd think
probably
it'd be...
same thing with that.
You'd want more... That, too. But you'd think you'd want more and more... Like, if you want variegation, you think an all-white leaf coming out would be good, but it's not. No. That means something else. Like, this one, probably no good.
Crazy.
It's got a little bit.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very... I went to Gatorland. This is where this comes out. Yes. Okay? Which, if you are living in Florida, visiting Florida... You gotta pull up. Recommend Gatorland.
You have to pull up.
Truly and seriously... Like, I was beyond shocked by this place. I had no idea that it was as big as it was.
Pictures that I saw of it seems like it's just like a pool where a guy
and you think it's
scares
just
the shit out of you by getting too close to an alligator.
It's like this little roadside attraction that, like, that's it. It's Florida, you know, Florida Gators and blah 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 blah. No, it's amazing. Like, truly, it was like moving. I it was
the
like
landmass that I've seen. Like, I've looked it up on a map. The landmass that is Gatorland. I'm like, oh, huge. No way.
Huge.
Yeah. Huge.
They do so much for conservation with alligators, as well as crocodiles and just reptilians and birds in general, which is so cool. Of course, our niche, our alley. So very fun. Anyways, back in 1980, I think it was 1986, is the specific year, in Louisiana, there was a clutch. I don't remember how many. There was a clutch of leucocystic alligators found. It is the only documented clutch of these alligators ever found in the world, and 3 of them live at Gatorland. 3! Wow. 3 of them! Which, once again, our niche, our interest, like, that's crazy. That's amazing. Like, historical. Like, it's so cool. And so, like, I was literally like...
I would not be able to look away. Were they cool looking?
Holy cow. They had, 2 of them out. One of them was, with somebody else. So, maybe. That's another thing. Another unique thing about Gatorland is they have a really unique baby gator right now, because it is the only leucistic alligator that's been born in, like, that they know of in the past 40 years.
How cool.
And it's at Gatorland.
How cool.
Yeah. Like, so sick.
I gotta go see.
Sick.
Next episode, so fun. Next episode, this setup outside.
Our way to Gatorland.
In front of the variegated alligator.
But yeah, it was really cool. I was like, this is so neat. Like, and plus, it just goes to show how long they live. Yeah. Because obviously, it's back in the 80s and they were found. And they're still around.
In 40 years,
still breeding.
That's crazy.
And
they freak out.
Yeah. They have like the leucistic baby, and then I hate to be like normal alligator, but just regular colored alligator. In one tank together, just kind of show the differences. But also because they're in the same clutch, so that one alligator has the genes now as well.
That's so cool.
When it gets older,
they found each other. That's so cool.
Yeah,
like,
right?
The odds of the initial 2, if like the clutch was made up of their offspring or whatever, but like the odds of those 2 initial ones finding each other. Right? Well, I guess they don't have to. It can be a
I don't know, sick
recessive gene, but
so sick.
Still,
They have like a breeding pond out there, which is just all man for himself, basically. Like, at least alligator wise.
Like, do you think alligators have like that sense of like, wait, this one's like rare? Do you think they have that sense,
this
or like
it's different?
Yeah, it's different from the rest.
But yeah, they don't have like a really high survival rate because of course, same with albinism. Of course, no color. That's the camouflage in the wild. So,
slay.
Pretty rare, pretty awesome.
Slay Gatorland.
Go to Gatorland. Please give your money to Gatorland. Places like that take care of animals, and especially very well. I should probably do a lot more research on Gatorland, but
give your money to Gatorland. For now,
when you at least when you're there, they have all kinds of stuff up with like stuff they do.
Yeah, usually people that are too proud about what they
exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. But yeah, that's Gatorland. Well, if you're a Florida resident, you get half off your ticket.
All the people we know that love animals fuck with Gatorland. So that has to make me think. But we also we're also in a little bubble.
Wasn't a big reptile fan before I moved down to Florida. Wasn't a big fan. Not a big fan of like especially insects and that. Yeah. I have definitely grown a little more fond.
I've grown a little more fond of
reptiles.
insects, but I was like on this end.
Yeah.
Like if I found out a gnat was in my room, it was quarantine. Like
Mm-hmm,
I was bad.
mm-hmm.
So the fact that like when I see a little bumblebee, I help it.
Yeah.
It's like so much growth.
Oh, I love bees. Bees are my favorite insect.
Favorite
When I was
insect
a kid,
alert.
actually, I was just. This is so funny. I was talking about when I was a kid. I've always loved bees. Truly, when I was a kid, we had in our backyard we had like a. My dad built it. My dad was he still is very crafty. He built like a bench, beautiful, and then had like a veranda with like vines and stuff. I don't remember what plant it was. The bees loved it.
Yeah.
Like the bumblebees did. And I love bumblebees. So I remember at some point as a kid, I had come across a bumblebee and decided that this was my friend.
Yeah.
Whom was named
Besties.
BB. Like I could literally call my dad up on the phone and be like, tell me about BB.
Yeah.
Because like I thought that she was my friend. And I
BB
thought
meanwhile,
that
Michael,
it doesn't matter where we were.
don't leave me here.
Wherever we were. If I saw a bumblebee, I was like, that's BB.
Literally
like,
pulling
coming
up
to
to
see me. Which I actually think this plays into, like, I was thinking about something here. I'm, like, pretty superstitious. And I think that has a lot to do with it because it was, like, good luck to see BB for me when I was a kid.
I was so scared you were going to say, like, you took this bumblebee and, like...
No.
Kept it in a thing and you're like, BB! Why are you sleeping? I'm so glad to hear that you, like, let her live her life.
There was one time I thought my dad sucked her up in a vacuum. And it was devastating. But then I'm sure it was maybe just another bee coming by. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
BB's okay.
BB's fine.
fine.
Yeah.
So, I love bees.
Yes.
But wasn't a big insect fan. Well,
Yeah.
I guess more so. Just like everybody else. Not a big fan of spiders.
Yeah.
It's actually to a certain point.
Yeah.
The small ones, I'm like, oh, you're really cute. The little jumping spiders with the faces. I'm like, oh,
yeah. When I tell, like, they're not going to bite me, I'm like,
alright.
slay.
And then we're starting to get...
Wolf spiders. Is Georgia's not considered the Midwest at all?
No, but we have...
I would say, I'm sure we have the... They're like pointy, like little tiny spiders are round and cute.
They're cute.
When they start getting pointy, bro, no.
No, they're like tears coming out of my eyes.
No.
This is like tear count for Rachel's.
Yeah,
cry
count.
Woo!
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No.
I had a roommate, Haley.
Yes.
I would credit my love for reptiles now to her because she had snakes and stuff, and that was fine. She did get a tarantula at some point, which was
that's enough.
Fine. And I said, but I'm okay seeing it one time.
Yeah.
I'm okay
and
seeing
if that
it one
motherfucker
time.
escapes, it will be life or death for me.
If I were to wake up in the middle of the night and your snake was on me, your frog, like, I could get past that. I really could. If I woke up and there was a tarantula on me.
Like, I feel so bad, I'm so jealous of people that can let tarantulas like crawl on themselves. I'm like, God, you're such a risk taker. Not even a risk taker, like, as much risk as petting like a
just
dog
fun,
is.
And they're interesting. Like I like can respect that. But
yeah, I mean, before I got here, I truly was like, if a tarantula escaped, like I've seen videos of like a tarantula escapes in a classroom or whatever, and I've been like, how are they not throwing shit at it? No. But since moving here, I have realized like you are taking just as big of a risk letting a tarantula crawl on you than you are like, I mean, don't quote me, but like when you pet a dog. Yeah. It could bite you.
It could bite you.
When you pet a tarantula, it could bite you. It's poisonous.
Could bite you.
It's poisonous and will like but you know, like you're taking as much risk with these cute animals as you are with these ones that you don't find as cute. Yeah. So I've definitely like grown like, okay, these people are just not nervous, and that's the thing.
Really
and
like them.
They're not nervous. Like, you know, I guess the tarantula can sense that. If you're scared, it's scared. Like, yeah, that too.
If you're skittering,
that too. I can kick a dog away, but yeah.
No skitters for me.
No critters, no skitters.
No. Absolutely not.
I agree. I honestly, like, I'm really impressed that you like snakes. They're the same way for me, where if I can't push them away, like, if I can push them and they'll loop around and whatever.
Yeah. I'm considering maybe getting a snake in the upcoming year.
And what?
In the upcoming year.
I thought you said and then coming here, and I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna...
Hold that part. Hold.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I mean,
the
guest on the podcast, Snake Cam.
They're very interesting. Yeah. Once again, like.
But I just haven't had exposure to. Like, you had Haley.
Exactly, yeah. It was that took, like, watching, I guess, the snakes grow up
Yeah.
or like
And watching that snake not give
like
a fuck.
genuinely like
Yeah.
develop like a personality, and I was like,
Cute.
that's
Yes.
so interesting.
Yes.
Because one of her snakes was like, it's so crazy to say, but like outgoing. She
Yeah.
like wanted to like do things and like explore her tank
Yeah.
and stuff. And obviously,
I've gone to
like,
houses where they've been
different
like, he's
species
shy.
and stuff.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what one of hers. She's
It's a
like,
snake.
he never comes out. He
Yeah.
stays in there the whole time, and like he's my favorite.
If he likes it
But
there. Yeah.
yeah, like it was just so cool to see how different they were.
Yeah.
It was. But yeah,
It's so silly.
Gatorland's awesome. Reptiles are pretty sick.
Yeah. Plants rock.
Plants, nature,
Yeah.
in general. Just
We'll
a
probably
good
talk about
time.
that. Just a warning. If you
A
don't
lot.
fuck with nature,
A
we're
lot.
probably going to talk about it a lot. We love
Every
it.
single conversation I have.
We're going to have like a
involves
fun fact
some
animal. We're going to have a fun animal fact every episode.
That's
or
a good
something.
idea. Yeah.
And then like, if y'all do what I do, where like somebody, like I'll probably tell this, what you just told me, to everyone I meet for the next couple days.
No, right?
And I'll seem like a genius.
That's
what
so
I do.
interesting. And I think people get annoyed with it with me because they just know that I'm
Well,
going to be
yeah.
like, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
When I go home, I'm like, wow. Yes.
Well, when you're surrounded by people that also want to learn it,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Well, my next topic on here, huge jump.
Woo!
And truly there is no actual thought when it comes to this.
Okay.
I just put it down because
We thought of it throughout the week. We have to
I
talk
did.
about
I was
it.
like, these are some interesting places that I grew up with, and I need
Okay.
to know where else they exist.
Okay.
Grocery stores.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of them. That is something didn't really ever consider.
Yeah.
One, Publix is a big one here,
Yeah.
obviously. We have
Yeah.
Publix back home.
Then it gets more niche from there, I think. Like Walmart's pretty big.
Walmart. We had the ones my mom shopped at because my mom is going to use a coupon. She's going to use a deal. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Period.
Ingles. A place called Ingles.
Never heard of it.
I've never seen an Ingles outside of Georgia.
I've never heard
so
of her.
I have really should actually look into like these places and be like, who I'm sure
started
there was,
them?
like,
Yeah.
an Ingles family.
Am I
or
doxing
something.
myself by-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
then we had Kroger.
Yes.
Which
I know
don't know if there's
Kroger.
Kroger in Florida.
I've never seen one.
I like
But
Kroger.
I'm not really searching for Kroger's.
If I were
like
to
a
go to a
Kroger,
grocery
but-
store at home, I'd probably go to Kroger.
Yeah.
I like Kroger.
Yeah.
We also had, I think these are the same, but I can't remember if it was because one closed and they opened as a new name, or if they existed together, or if they just weren't, like they have no
Okay.
correlation whatsoever, but Kmart and Big K.
I've never seen a big K in my life.
Okay.
But
Maybe
I
it's-
know Kmart by the name. I don't think I've ever been to a Kmart.
Kmart, they're done.
Yeah. Bye.
That's why I think, because I think the Big K took over the Kmart. Like, they, like,
That
took
makes
the
sense.
space that
Because why else
Kmart
would
was
they call it
using.
Big K?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, my mom loved Kmart when we
Yeah.
were kids, and then they closed.
So like,
And Big K is
Rip.
there. But it is truly, like, Big K, I would say, is almost, like, has the same vibes as, like, a Dollar Tree now.
yeah. Okay.
Same with Ingles. Ingles is
Yeah.
getting to that kind of vibe as well. But it's not because they're, like, it's just because they're old.
Yeah.
Like, old grocery stores
Yeah.
that are dying out.
My hometown had a place called Food Giant, and it was a chain within our town. Have you ever seen a Food Giant?
No,
Oh, I was gonna say, no
we said
way.
Food Lion. That's what
Yeah.
I thought of immediately.
We had a Food Giant, and it was like old, very 70s, 80s, like that neon green was everywhere. Like, not neon green, like that teal color, and it's got those tiles that we all know. Like that schools have too.
You know, like, did it have like a not a food court, but like a salad bar and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. It
We
had
also
like
had
a,
that
well,
too.
not a salad, we didn't even have a salad bar, I don't think. It had a bakery.
Okay.
It was small, which was nice, because, like, when you were just going in for one thing, you don't want to walk past, like, at Target. I hate going for groceries at Target. It's more expensive,
Yeah,
first
literally.
off, but also you have to pass all this stuff
Everything
that you always
everything.
stop at.
Yep.
Walmart, too. Like, Walmart is probably,
Walmart.
in our area, it's probably the cheapest groceries.
The worst
other than
thing
Aldi.
Walmart ever
I
did
fuck with
was
Aldi.
start closing at 11.
Yeah.
It actually changed the
Yeah.
trajectory of my life.
That was,
Actually.
I was going to say something crazy. I was going to say that's the worst thing that happened during COVID. Obviously not what I think, but
It was a loss.
that was one thing that COVID
Yeah.
did take.
Now everybody's squeezed in
Yeah.
those couple hours.
Yes. My hometown had a Walmart, which was like on the other end of town from me, and it was always really busy, and it was always like, kind of like we had I don't know if every town had this, yours probably did, like a truck gang.
I guess.
Like the
Oh,
Yee Yee boys
yeah,
would go
yeah.
hang out at the
Yeah.
Walmart, and if you were like female, person of color, you did not go.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Yeah, so you would go to Food Giant, and it was just always like either a high schooler that just needed their first part-time job, or it was someone who had been working there since the place opened.
They
knew that place backwards and forwards,
Yep.
like Food Giant, and
That's
then
so funny.
we had an Aldi in town that was kind of close to the Walmart. It was before the Walmart, so you could be like, let me make the financial good choice to go into Aldi.
really opened an Aldi.
I like
Nobody,
Aldi.
Yeah, nobody really used Aldi. I mean, my mom started using Aldi, and I love Aldi.
I love Aldi now.
It is,
especially when
I don't go anywhere else.
when I'm feeding a big group of people, because usually the expiration date is like the
Yeah,
day after you
literally.
buy it. So when you're making dinner for people like tonight, it's nice to like get the whole thing for $10. Like, yeah,
literally.
But if you're like meal planning,
I
probably
love
not
Aldi.
the best, but
I love the whole quarter thing.
Yeah.
Say it. I
Yeah.
love that they make the little cases for the quarters.
Yes.
Like people can put on their keychain.
Yes.
I'm like,
it's such a, instead of fixing it and being like, let's get up to date,
let's
they were like,
just
no, let's
stop
lean
there.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking the
They're
chains
also
off.
always so open. Like, I went in the other day and was like, I don't have a quarter. I just spent my last quarter. Do you have? And he was
like,
well, I was like, can I? Yeah. Well, I was also like, can I give you $1 in exchange for 4 quarters? And he was like, just take this quarter. And I was like, no, really, I don't mind it. And he was like, take the quarter. And I was like,
I just don't understand the point of it anymore if you're just gonna get the quarter back.
Yeah. He also was like, you're here every week, I know you. And I was like, period, thank you. But
like, I would get it if you're just gonna, like, the quarter's gonna go somewhere and it's
yeah,
cool.
or maybe
like,
they come in every day saying, oh, I forgot my quarter. And
No,
they're like slowly
yeah.
racking up dollars in the background, but
I don't, you get the quarter back.
yeah.
And whenever someone's like, you just want this, I'm like, thanks. Like,
Yeah.
I guess you just gave me a free quarter.
Yeah. 25
Because
cents.
I'm going to take your quarter when I put this thing back.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Yeah. And it's also, like, I think we all, like, multiple times at the Aldi, I've offered a quarter when I have an extra, or somebody's offered me a quarter. Like, when you're like, oh, shoot, I totally forgot that's how that works here.
That's
It's
funny.
cool to see that, like, we're all in this together. We're all grocery shopping. We're all living in this housing
Yeah.
market.
Yeah, their prices, they're good too.
Yeah.
I love Aldi.
Yeah.
10
Like
out
I
of
said,
10.
it's because usually the expiration date was like yesterday, but it's not real.
They're just, well, groceries in general are obviously very expensive right now. But I went the other day to Aldi.
It's like hit or miss, too.
Well, it is. It is.
I go on Sunday and I'm like, whoa, I got all that for that money. And then the next day I go and I'm like, whoa.
Like, hello?
Yeah. I guess, like, yeah.
Another thing that bothers me, I hate buying, like, probably my number one least favorite thing to buy is anything to do with, like, showering. Any, like, it's
it
so
feels
annoying.
like it's not.
I hate buying shampoo. I hate buying conditioner. Well, I hate having to keep up with buying it. I love having, of course, washing my hair.
Y'all gonna hate me for this
things,
one.
but
Y'all gonna hate me for this one.
I'm excited.
I have my makeup and my body, like everything that's used to clean my body or make it look good, I have it on Amazon Subscribe and Save, which I know y'all gonna hate me for that one, but it's cheaper.
Smart.
It's cheaper. And like, I have my makeup on a constant. I usually run out of my concealer once every like 2 months. So I just have it constantly shipping because I'll realize the day. It sucks with concealer too. Like, it's usually coating the bottle, so you can't see inside when you're about to run out until you're like, hello? So I have it just on constant, like, if it comes in before I was ready, awesome, I store it. If it doesn't come in by then, usually it's delivering within the next couple days, and I can be like, okay. But
they gave me the option to do that. Well, I think they can do that on pretty much anything. But, like, toilet paper, tampons.
Yeah, if you start noticing, like, you consistently,
nice.
And you get a deal when you subscribe and save, so you get like 10% off or whatever, which it's already kind of cheaper than it is in person. It's also like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You don't have to go anywhere, but also where we live, the traffic is so bad that you probably save money saving gas.
Yeah.
Before going to go get this shit.
That is
I kind of have convinced myself, girl math. I've convinced myself that I'm saving money by getting it delivered to me.
Which you probably are. Like, you really, genuinely probably are.
I've compared, like, Walmart price of my makeup. I get my makeup from Walmart and Walgreens. Walgreens especially. Fuck Walgreens. Unless you want to, like, collab with us. This years later. Walgreens overcharges for its makeup, like, almost doubled the price it is at Walmart.
Really?
Yes. Almost double the price it is at Walmart. Because, you walk into a Walgreens in a tizzy. You're usually there to be like, I need Band-Aids, sunscreen, and my concealer. Yeah. And I need to leave. So it, like, can charge really whatever it wants. Walmart, it's kind of like why you go to Walmart for makeup. But it has my makeup there. And so I went to Amazon, and it's cheaper than, like, price comparison-wise, it's cheaper than all of it. And I get 10% off when I subscribe and save. Yeah.
So nice not to go anywhere. Because you're right about the traffic. Like, that stops me from everything.
Yeah.
I don't
or it makes me store it in my notes app for weeks and weeks and weeks so that I make that big trip, and that's when I'm like, whoa, I just blew $200.
Yep.
But That's because I've been waiting.
Yeah,
but
is
if you
really
do little small increments,
shampoo,
you don't notice.
Lord, literally,
I use the horse.
so expensive for shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
It is bizarre.
I use the horse mane stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you've
The
told me
horse
this before.
and tail or mane and tail.
I use shitty shampoo and conditioner.
Well, I did until
tried everything.
My friend Macy came and visited with her super long silky hair like down to her butt, and she was like, "No way you use this," and she kind of shamed me into like switching up to anything. She was like, "Really switch from anything." Well, I was using I was using like Pantene, like stuff that like there's been like hairdressers will take a video of them brushing their customers' hair that use Pantene, and it's like oil coming off the comb, like. I was like, thank you, Macy.
I never liked Pantene. I've had my days with her, and
I liked her because she was cheap, and the bottles were like,
and it smells really good.
And it's got a little vanilla thing on it. I'm like, oh yes, I want my hair to smell like.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say something, and once again, it may be controversial, but I really don't give a fuck what's wrong with my hair if it smells good. Yeah. If my hair smells good, then what else do I want? Like,
I thought that. I really did think that way until I started using this stuff. It has no smell at all. I mean, it probably has a little bit of a smell. But if I showed you a picture of me a year ago today and me now, like, my hair will not grow. I don't know if anybody has advice. My hair will not grow past the point that it's at. It's been really frustrating. But since I started using healthier shampoo, that mane and tail stuff it's not like $2 like the Pantene is, but it's like $20 per bottle, but you get like a big ass bottle. I was gonna say,
it sounds like it would be like a big bottle.
It lasts for a while, and you don't have to use as much of it to feel clean. But my hair mass has doubled. If that makes sense, like it looks healthier. It used to be really thin, and it also like my hair has grown a little bit. It used to be right here. I actually saw the reason I'm saying this because I saw a video of myself a year ago today and was like, I thought my hair hadn't. I really thought my hair had not grown since then, and I've been on my hair journey. Like I used to use heat like crazy. I used to dye my hair platinum blonde like crazy. So I've been on my hair healing journey. Yay! But my hair mass has doubled, and I've noticed that it's thicker. My claw clips that I used to use just real fast don't hold it anymore. Like, it's not that my hair's thick or long by any means, but it's way better than it was. Holy cow, it's way better.
I think just in general, my family produces a lot of keratin.
Yeah, no, mine does not. Like my nails don't grow.
So I have to clip my fingernails every week.
My leg hair seems to grow just fine.
Yeah, that's the
really
that's
interesting.
a bad one.
Really interesting. And my eyebrows really come in just fine. It's
do.
weird how my body picks and chooses.
Hair in my family, so I guess I'm pretty privileged. I use like shittiest shampoo ever.
No, yeah. But I just didn't realize what it was doing. I wonder, with your family having that keratin level, I wonder if you switched to like a shampoo that promoted growth, would you be like?
I don't know. My hair though, like when I first cut it, was
but like
probably maybe 2 inches shorter than this. It's been like I cut it at the beginning of summer. Grows very, very fast. So I'm very privileged.
Just from the fact that like I dyed my hair blonde up until like last year because it just started getting way too expensive. Like I knew the last time I got my hair dyed blonde that it was gonna be my last time because it was like $300 a pop.
I like it dark.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to get used to it. I've been used to being a blonde for so long, but I know that my hair is growing because I asked her since I knew it was the last time I was going to get it done. I didn't tell her that. But in my mind, I was like, I need to ask her to do something different. So I asked her to do, I think she called it a foliage, where instead of dyeing my entire head blonde, she only started the blonde like here. Okay. And then she slowly faded it into like honey and then into nutmeg, all the flavors in my hair.
Dyeing hair is an art form itself.
She made it ombre. To the point where my hair was blonde for the moment that I wanted it to be blonde, but I knew inevitably I would want it to grow out brown. So, like, the blonde is, like, the part where it starts to fade in is, like, halfway down my head. So I know my hair is growing. Yeah. I think just the ends are falling away. I don't know. No. It was the heat I was using. Recently, I started, like, doing heatless curls and stuff like that, and I've noticed my hair feels better, smells better. My hair used to smell
so crazy.
My hair used to smell
it is crazy.
Rancid. When it was wet, I smelled like a wet dog. It used to smell bad. My pillowcases would smell like it. That's so gross. But it used to smell rancid when I was using bad stuff. And now that I'm using good stuff, it doesn't necessarily smell good, but it doesn't smell like it did. Yeah. I smelled like a skunk when I was going to bed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. God. My boyfriend, power to you for like sleeping with me at night. When I smelled like that, that's crazy. Godspeed.
Hair.
Woo! Crocodiles, plants.
Yeah,
One
crocodiles,
Direction.
plants, One Direction.
Recapping.
What? TikTok
I love TikTok edits.
Yeah.
All in all, we need a TikTok edit of that alligator or that crocodile.
We do.
Wait.
But I thought
throw it in. Boom.
Some lady that works at Gatorland has a TikTok. She makes like TikToks with all of these gators there.
We're gonna find it. Cool. We're gonna make an edit.
Yeah, I need to find her and like pull her up or something. But she's really cool.
Yeah.
She's really, really cool. And she needs to make it. Oh, that reminds me. Another alligator at Gatorland. Her name is Jolene.
Jolene.
No, yeah. I don't know if there was an incident in the wild, like if she got hit by something or struck by something or another alligator caused this, but she's missing her top jaw of her, her snout, her mouth.
Yeah.
And so she only has a bottom jaw.
It's just exposed all the time?
Mm-hmm.
What?
And you can see her tongue, flicking and stuff. And,
no.
No, right? When it was explained to me, I said, I don't know
if I want to see that.
I want to see that. And I said, what? She's actually pretty cool. I have a picture of her. And she's really little, and they had a photo of her with, how do you explain that? She looks like Dolly Parton.
Oh my god. Slay.
That's Jolene.
Jolene. That's kind of a crazy name to give her.
Yeah, right? And then here she is in real life. Which she has a little turtle.
Oh, she's actually cute.
Yeah, right?
She's quite cute. She's a little turtle friend too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hopefully it focuses.
Yeah. I was just showing a white screen of my camera this whole time.
Anyways, that's Jolene. So that's circling back Gatorland. Go to Gatorland.
She needs an edit made to
She does need an edit
Doja
made.
song.
Maybe I'll work on that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Do a Doja song.
That's your homework.
Now, okay. The TikTok edit song right now of the week is from Chicago. The song that's, we both reach for the gun.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That song?
Eats. Whenever
I saw one to where the gun is Katniss and the people reaching for it is Snow and, President Coin.
That fandom also so creative.
I know.
It's a bunch of I'm in it. Girls in high school that were too smart to be yeah.
Yeah. I was in middle school, the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Was everything to me.
Yeah.
And to this day, when they released that new movie and that new book, I read the book in a couple days and saw that movie all within the same week.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I decided to read all of the trilogy, then the new book, and then watch all the movies and then see the new movie. But yeah, the Hunger Games, that the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yes. Crazy.
Just amazing. Truly amazing. And the way, the parallels between that book and the old books, I could do a whole episode on that.
We should.
Okay.
We have some people we could like bring into
We
it.
really
And
could.
yeah, I actually, to start all the way back over, did you ever see, hold on, I'm just going to pull it up. Queen Juliana. Juliana? What does she
Juliana.
prefer? That's what I thought
say
too.
in the country accents
That's,
right now.
that's how I remember, yeah. I think we talked about this one day and we both, and then I made this for her when she took my shift.
She deserves this, though. She deserves it.
I just commented it. Trading me for my shift and everybody's like, yo. You said something. It's what she deserves. That's literally exactly what you said. This was a year ago.
It's the exact same thing. It is what she deserves.
And you ate then and you ate now.
Oh, it's so funny.
Slay. All right. Well, we'll see y'all hopefully next week.
Yeah.
I'm going on vacation, so I probably won't post this until halfway through that, just so we have some time to live and breathe.
I'm not going on vacation. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, we hope to come back next week. We hope you guys got to know us a little bit.
Let us know anything.
If you have some topic ideas.
We're pretty open to talking about anything.
Literally anything.
Please give us ideas.
We hope to have hopefully someone with us. I'd love to make that a weekly
really
thing,
fun.
Is that we integrate someone else into here and we kind of let you see someone else's personality mixed with ours. And
Absolutely.
hopefully it doesn't get too boring if we bring people in, but
nope. That's
so
all we
fun.
got.
Yep.
So, well.
I was like, am I supposed to say something at the same time as you?
How do you say goodbye?
How do you say goodbye at work?
Oh.
Oh. Oh, they need me out there.
I said, how do I say
my break's
why I
over.
Well, it was fun chatting with you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next time. Peace and love. Bye.